I know I have talked negatively about wine, but I will speak positive in this video about wine. Wine is important because we, of course, need to play our Windows games. And with people working on wine, this may be one of the best things for Linux right now. Maybe one of the best things for Linux right now. And so it's hard to avoid currently, but we know that eventually wine will get stronger, wine will get better, and wine will become a necessity for the ones who really want to get involved with wine. Now, if you don't, that's your decision. You don't have to. But wine is going to be around. So the thing is that when it comes to running your games, Wine Windows Program Loader on Garuda works very well. And it has to be set up in a way where things can run like it should. Now, this isn't a tutorial on how to use Wine Windows Program Loader. This is just a conversation that we're having about wine. For those of you that don't know what wine is, so on this page, what is wine? We're on winehq.org. Wine, originally an acronym for Wine is not an emulator. It's a compatibility layer capable of running Windows applications on several POSIX compliant operating systems such as Linux, Mac OS, and BSD. Instead of simulating internal Windows logic like a virtual machine or emulator, Wine translates Windows API calls into POSIX calls on the fly, eliminating the performance and memory penalties of other methods and allowing you to cleanly integrate Windows applications into your desktop. So in other words, if you are a Windows head, if you are just a person that just loves Windows, right? Most of us would say, hey, if you love Windows, stay with Windows. And that's not a bad thing if you are a Windows lover. But if you can't stand seeing Windows sell a lot of things, if you can't stand Windows constantly telling you to upgrade, to update unnecessary things you don't want, then come to Linux and then go and try the program Wine. Because Wine is probably the thing you're going to really invest in, because I'm sure they got a donations page on here for just for you to donate to them and the project. I'm not sure if um, how they would put it. There it is, Wine Development Fund. And so if you are interested in helping these guys out, donate to them because they're going to just put it directly to the Wine Project. They're in Brooklyn, New York. All right. And so, it's just going to get better from here on out. If you are crazy about having all of your Windows software, these guys can help you with that transition. And Linux is going to need Wine for sure. And I think this is, more than Steam, more than this is more important than Steam, this is more important than Epic Games. Wine is probably going to be the main thing that's going to allow you to download any Windows application. any Windows application. If you're just tired of all the crazy stuff, you know, this is Wine is it. Wine is going to help you, and it's proven. And by the way, you don't really have to type in donate. Here's the donate button right here, right on the page. I'm kind of, this is the main spot where people of Linux should be going to, is to Wine, because this project right here is probably the most critical project right now for Linux. So what am I saying in this video? Wine is good. Wine is fine. And wine is very critical to making Linux work. May God continue to bless you. And may heaven smile upon you. Thank you very much.